Hello there, guys. It's Crusty Old Crow, and I'm back again, just sitting around painting. I just got back from going to we'll call it a rifle range, airsoft. My son wanted to shoot his airsoft rifle. I said we could go today. It was nice out. It wasn't cold like yesterday here in Ottawa. And I thought I would get some good pics of maybe my new figs there in the wild doing a mission. You know, I got taking pics a while ago in the fall, and I had a good time doing that. And then the winter came, and I wasn't going to go out and do it. And I got jealous of Aaron being able to do it in his region down south. So finally, when the weather let up, I had this whole thing I wanted to explain in a sequence of pictures. And you see some of those pictures in my little short there, winter handover, just Jody Shooter and Snow Job, who just came to me, and then and Stalker. And it's all really just kind of an homage to the fact that Snow Job needs some help because these guys can't go where Snow Job's got to go. And wow, what is that crap in the background? We're gonna change this song in the back. Let's do this one. What's this one? Sure, why not? Okay, anyways, so we were there, and I was going to have my son hop on camera for a little bit, like I did a long time ago, if you've been following the channel, answer a couple of Joe-related questions, and show off his shooting prowess with the new airsoft rifle. He'd saved his money for and bought himself, right, with birthday money, Christmas money, shoveling money, all that other stuff. And no sooner was I into doing the video shoot than my son rolled his ankle, the poor guy. Just turned 13 recently, so he was doing his best to try and walk it off, but I don't think he was going to be able to walk that off, so we had to pack it up. So that video that I put out was a very limited start on what was going to be a bit of a snow job situation. I had my Arctic shadow tracker all set up with the BAT 222 Trip Deuce set up for an ambush, and that's where I was going to leave the photography, but my son got injured, so we had to come home. So that's what you got today. But it lends to that discussion, the old Crow, and I'm just gonna get rid of that whole soundtrack because I don't feel like listening to ska or punk music right now. What do I feel like listening to? Anyways, the old Crow, he's not going to keep an idea to himself ever when it comes to the Joe Classified line and the inspiration and trying to get other hobbyists to go, just go, get on it. Enjoy yourselves, bitches. And I get inspired by watching other people. So I'm sitting here right now doing up one of my winter reinforcements, which is going to be Blizzard. And I have a whole thing on Blizzard when he gets done that I'll present, of course, like I do with every other figure. But that was a concept that just came, and I was just, enough is enough, Crow. Stop bitching about winter troops, go make some, right? That's always my approach to stuff if I can do it. So I'll move the camera over here. So I showed you two figs earlier this morning. I showed you one I plan on, I think I'm doing bomb strike out of. I shouldn't rescind the stuff I said before, but pretty sure I'm going to stick with bomb strike, but I have a couple other concepts for this one. This is a slap together of Fortnite. I don't know the character's name. It was a broken used figure that I got. Fortnite and the Star Wars character there. I'm going to get her box because I'm tired of just saying her name, or saying Star Wars character. Who was she? Who is you? Woman, who is you? Bel Sartha. There we go. This character here. And like I said to the other guys, like, look at that price. How could I not do that for a conversion? Yeah, she's a smaller figure, but ripped apart. Everything kind of works, especially with the way her torso is. It droops over other waistlines and things like that. So there's a lot of compatibility for this particular figure, which I initially just bought for the rifle and then said, yeah, that body will probably work. I don't know, but the rifle, my God. Anyways, so I said I was going to do a bomb strike for that. So I'm just getting dry brushing going on the ones that I think need dry brushing. Earlier I did a dry brush over the McFarlane soft piece, just a gray so that things will hold. But I'm just gonna build up off that. You'll see, and yeah, we'll form a blizzard out of this. But I mentioned that I've put away the short fuse project for now because I do get the vibe. Just because there's a lot of talk about short fuse, I've seen pulsing through, and I don't know if that had to do with my searches months ago about it, and that's just what's coming up in the feed, or just more and more people are noticing the absence of short fuse right now. So the bits I had aside for short fuse, I'm kind of just saying, nope, put them back in the pool. You can think of something else that works just as good with some of these bits. And Blizzard is one of those characters for the most part with some of them. The bump helmet especially. I am dying to do a winter bump helmet. That is the big thing you see me working on right now. Because he does have that helmet with that cool little visor attached. The Arctic glare reduction kind of assembly. And I do want to try and put one on there. So that's what you're going to be seeing. But underneath, I want to, they talk about Blizzard is file card. If I pull it up right now, where is Blizzard's file card? Is it this one? Yeah, he is from Wolfboro, New Hampshire, but he spent time, he led an experimental team in Thule, Greenland and whatnot. So I imagine his family's from that region anyways. Like, he's got the ability to speak to them, understand the environment and whatnot that they're in. Maybe he's spent many years there, who knows, but he is from Wolfboro, New Hampshire. But I thought this was a good ed if it wasn't going to be going for my short fuse, and maybe it was just a little bit too spot on for an older guy. I thought, you know, having a seasoned Arctic scientist, kind of, yeah, he's infantry, but he works up in the Arctic and things like that. But I picture him being more of the intellectual approach to his job. And I thought that would be a great head to tuck under that helmet. Anyways, this is a nice feature. If I'm not going to do it for short fuse, I really want to use that head for someone. And it fits really pretty good on that ball joint, really, that I'm using. This this torso under here, don't feel like I lost anything here. This is actually a Duke raw torso, which I pulled out of the Viper Officer I wasn't using in my collection, because I don't need a ton of Vipers. I like unique stuff. But some troop building, like ninjas, as you'll find out, I will buy quite a few if they're at a good deal, things like that. But this torso, I just re-skirted it basically. I got rid of the Viper add-on chest piece, and I just put on the McFarlane chest piece, and it slid right on the same way. And this way I have something that I can build a winter coat off of, right? I am gonna have to try and figure out, I gotta trim these sleeves down a bit. They're right around the shoulder area. These are gonna get trimmed down. I just want to see where the line fit is. And I'm gonna have to come up with some sort of harness that works for this, some sort of chest rig or straps, because if I want him to have a winter backpack, and I do have a winter assembly coming on its way, I believe, because I want to give him skis or snowshoes or both, he's gonna need something to carry all that on. So I'm gonna have to incorporate a backpack, and you know how much I like backpacks with my customs. So why am I doing another video about this stuff today? Because this time, if you guys hit like, share, subscribe, you can also get a double invitation for commenting right now on who you think out of Joe or Cobra would make a cool winter troop variant, right? So I know I have one set aside I haven't talked about, and I'm curious if you guys will mention them in the comments, or that person, that individual in the comments, and say, I'd like to see a winter variant of this character, or maybe this such and such a reason and whatnot. I'm not saying I'm going to do the one that you talk about the most or anything like that. What it's going to do is going to inspire me, because guys, you saw it, I think, if you read the description of the last video, this winter contingent I just call it a wolf pack, because a wolf pack makes sense in the winter, right? You remember the Liam Neeson movie, The Gray? He's hunted by a wolf pack, him and the other survivors of the plane crash up north in the wilds, in the territories, under the snows, in the suck, right? And it's just they are systematically wiped out by a wolf pack. And one of the things I've been sharing with you guys a little bit more, and this is where the ninjas seem to come in. No, I'm not doing Arctic ninjas. Where am I? Ooh, I hadn't thought about it. Anyways, is that in my end state mind, I like to picture this one, this particular ideas and concepts of my characters or whatnot existing in a line where Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow have left this mortal coil, and there is none of them to protect them. The Arakakashi are basically almost extinct at this point. What few representations are left, aren't doing great against, of course, my ninja clan, the Black Oni, just for fun, because it inspires me to think along those lines, because then I start thinking who in the lore folds in well with that concept, right? And so I'm asking you guys in the comments for a winter troop for Joes or for Cobras. And I'm also thinking, what's some of you, does that offend people when you're killing off characters you love? I just think it's challenging a creative perspective. But what do you guys think about so far for approaching ninjas? I know I'm doing the Black Oni, but I'm incorporating also the later years of Joe when I was deployed overseas. They had things like the ninja bat and whatnot. You see me trying to incorporate that stuff. Is there something you think I should be looking at that you think was cool that was incorporated into the Joe ninja aspect of things beyond what I've talked about in other episodes? That's all I wanted to talk to you guys about on that. You guys are invited to say that anything about that in the comments. Anything about a Winter Joe you think would be cool, or a Winter Cobra, or things like that, or just ninja aspects and your opinions on ninjas. Because I know, like I said, I know a few of you were like me, where it was like, yeah, man, like this is shark jumping 101. You just throw a ton of ninjas into it, or robots that can be killed in droves, and not once do you signify a person getting injured, right? For the sensors and the parental advisory boards and things like that. I understand all aspects of that, but when you have fun with it in your mind, what's it look like, right? So I continue to ask you guys to share those conversions you're working on. Check me out Saturday, March 2nd. That's this coming next Saturday, or this Saturday now. We're on Sunday. 10 a.m. Eastern time here in Ottawa. I am going to be hopefully all set to go. It seems that way. I mean, I just have to show up and go, all right, what now? But I have my time slot booked and my schedule booked on my iPhone for my live, my first ever live. And I know I'm counting on a couple of you to show up. And I have faith that somebody's going to show up for sure. But I mean, I know a few of you have said you would very happily show up and join in a discussion. So I thought about, all right, what are we going to do on that first episode? So I'm going to tell you, I plan on, until I get a feel for it all, and I get a grace to it between reading the chat and talking about subjects, or painting and reading the chat and just whatever, socializing with you guys. I thought maybe we'd have a G.I. Joe cartoon episode in the background. I figured I could just have that playing in the background every now and then. I can't put it on screen because I don't do video editing yet. As this channel grows, guys, I will continue to challenge myself on other things. Right now it's ordering things so I can get new Joes to talk about. That's why I tried to go to Walmart, and that's why I did go to Hasbro Plus, and I will always try to challenge where things are hard. But you know what? When I've met too big of a challenge, you guys have always stepped up and inspired me to either get around it or just directly help me with that challenge. And I can never repay some of you the way that you have treated the old crow. All right, guys, I am going to sum it up so I can put my focus back on these guys. But hit me up with some ideas for some Winter Joes. I got a couple of bodies I'm willing to work on with it. I have some ideas too, but I love inspiring you guys to go back and get creative. So hit that up, all right? And don't forget to hit the like on the way out the door, or else I'll lock it next time. See ya.